Hey guys, the Runner here, and I'm here with the top 10 tips for Mac. This is for OS X Mountain Lion, as this is what I'm on at the moment, so some features may or may not be available, I'm not quite sure. Okay, so first up we have, so it's like color coding. So this is my folder here, don't really care if you know my name, but anyhow, so this is my folder. As you can see, it's got like a color floating around it, it's orange. To do this, some people may already know this, but to do this, what you do is you highlight a folder and then you right click it. And then you go down to see where it says label and you pick your color. So let's go blue. So now it's blue, you can go down again. So you just right click it, you right click it, you go down, so you can go red this time. So basically it's just an easy way of going, oh, red's important, or red's not very important. It depends on your style, so you can have it as a type of folder, so it could contain just PDFs or documents like from a Word down here or whatever, But yeah, so or you can just have it as priority. So red could be above orange, and then blue can be the lowest, or even grey if you really wanted to. Grey could be it's just lower standard stuff. But so that's that. And just get rid of all these. And if you didn't know, you can right click and you can go clean up. So if you have a folder like all the way over here, and obviously that's not centered it's like a grid. You can't see the grid, but there's like a grid that goes right across. You can change the size and that too. But if you can go by name. So obviously M comes before O, or you could go by kind. So obviously they're both folders, and then you can go date modified. Stuff like that, but I like to go kind just so it's easier to spot, because usually I've got a few stuff here. Okay, so the next thing is multiple desktops. Now let me just make sure I can get the right button. Here it is. Okay, so with OS X Mountain Lion, I'm pretty sure Lion did it too, but they've got this new thing that's so basically you get more desktops. So basically you push F3 on your keyboard, not holding the function though. It just has a number there. It's got three rectangles on it, and it pops up like this. So that's your dashboard, and then you can go back by doing that, or you can just do that and go back. So basically, this is what I'm saying is I could have, I don't know. Let's just say we have settings open, right, on this one, and let's say we had another 10 things open. But that was too chunky, so we were like, alright, well, let's just get a new desktop. So what you do is you hover your mouse over this grey area, sort of thing, like right here, and you see how this pops up. What this does is create another desktop. See, desktop 2. You can delete these later on. So obviously, I didn't get rid of that. See, it's still there. They're right there. They're not leaving anytime soon. So then I can have open PowerPoint or whatever. So let's let that open. Yeah, so... Oh, this isn't top 10, sorry guys. This is a top 22 things to do. So, there you go. So you have that, oh my god. Oh, I think that's my Rubella project, Jesus. Let's go clear recent. Okay, so let's just use that. So, here we go. So we've got two things open. You can do that to go here, and you can go that to go there. So it's just like a simple way. I've used it a fair amount of times. Like when I do university, when I do school study, I can have like one desktop has iTunes open for me, and the next one has Word doc and PowerPoint or Excel or whatever you use. This is how I use it, but it works really well for anything. Like I could have, if you got a powerful computer, you can have like After Effects, Dreamweaver, and Photoshop all on 3 different things, because if you have it set to, they take the whole screen up. So it's pretty self-explanatory. But yeah. So that's that. That's multiple desktops. So next thing is posting to Twitter and Facebook. This is like, this is sort of like a special feature in the Mac. So basically, to get there, you can have it. Oh, hang on. I'll be right back, guys. Cancel, quit. Okay, guys, so the next thing is the dock customization. So what you've got is, this is a dock. This is what Apple calls a dock. This bar with all these apps and with these lights underneath, which you can remove, but we'll do that another day. What we have here is we can customize any of these apps that we put in here. We can put more or less, so we can drag stuff. So I don't think I have any apps. Hang on. Let's grab that. So let's see, we'll put dictionary. We hold it and we drag it down to here. Or not. Hang on. There you go. See? So now it's there. Now you don't lose it from here as you saw, because it's there and there. So basically that's what I did. So you can drag it from here, which is Launchpad, or you can go to Safari and go down to application, or up to applications. Wait for it to load. Say mail, drag it across. So you just drag it down. But I've already got mail, so there it is. That's mail there. So there you go. So that's how you drag it. But that's getting your things in there. I don't want that. So that's how we get things in here. Now, so like in the standard one, you would have seen Safari, Finder, Safari, Launchpad, Mission Control, Mail, App Store. It's all this whole bar would be filled with Apple stuff. So this wouldn't be here, none all the way. iMovie would be here, but all the other apps that aren't Apple, so settings, that would be there, be here. All those, so just not the ones that you've put in there. So as you can see, if you're new to a Mac, you can see that I've got a different arrangement. Basically, all you have to do is you hold it down, not hold it down for too long, but you hold it down and you can move it across. So I can put it to between any spot. So I can put it there, I can put it here, I can put it in between apps, I can put it in between these guys. These aren't Apple, like these weren't originally installed on there, I had to install them. So that's that. And then to add apps, I'll show you again, you hit Launchpad, and this shows all your apps, and you can drag across, by using your left click, so you just hold it down. Or I think you can use your arrows if it's easier. So it's getting all blurry for you guys. But there you go, so then you just there, so hang on. Pick one that's not in here already. Font book. So drop it in there, there you go. And to get rid of things, you hold it and you move it off. So you can't you can't have it just above it. Or you can actually. But all you have to do is you just hold it up and then it gets rid of it. And then there's a little trash symbol. So as you can see, there's a little trash button there, and then it doesn't go in here, but it just becomes invisible on the dock, but it's still here. So if I got rid of address books like that, come back here and address, there it is. So there's address book. I can drag it back down and chuck it back in. So there you go. That's that. So that's that. The next thing you can do is have apps automatically start up. So the next thing you can do is you can have apps start up at login. I have on my other computer, I have Safari startup, and I have iTunes startup. So how to do this is you go into users and group, which is, I'll do it again for you. It's you go system preferences, which it could be anywhere along here, as you can customize it. You can go users and groups, and then you've got so you've got your thing. So you have your name. I just changed this for the sake of this video, and then you've got this down here. This says that you can't make changes. So I can't say can't change this from not being the administrator of this computer, and I can't do it. So as you can hear, I'm clicking. Right, I'm doing both of these clickings, doing right and left clicks. That didn't work. So to unlock, you click that, and then you type in your password, And then that's like that. So that means that you can do stuff now. So I can enable parental controls, or I cannot. So obviously this is an administrator and it's not going to let me do that. But anyhow, so now that's done. As you can see now, this is clickable because I've unlocked changes. So now I can turn it on or turn it off. So that's the basics of your users and groups. So now you can go login items. As you can see, I've got iTunes Helper. I think iTunes Helper is a standard thing that comes automatically open, but it's hidden. So this hidden tick means that this hidden here means it won't show. So if I did that, it would show. But I don't think iTunes Helper shows anything. Anyhow, so like any of these others, I can add more as long as this is unlocked. I can add more. So I can say applications, Adobe After Effects. If I want that to open, add it. There you go. I can hide it, so now it won't. So After Effects here will just have a blue dot under it saying it's open like these. That one's always on. But this one saying that it's on, so it's working. That's what this will do. But if I don't have that ticked, it'll open up like this. So when I turn the computer on, it'll be in the center of the screen, filling the whole screen, and it'll just be there. But doing that would do that. So that's that. And then you got more login options. You can do automatic login. So if you have a password or anything, it'll ask you to do that. So do that, and it'll ask you for the password. Otherwise, you can have it for a list of users or name and password. So it's just your choice. Then you got that, and you got those. It's just, you can have a look. It's pretty good. So that's that. The next thing is Spotlight searching. So Spotlight, so if you've just come from a Windows, Spotlight is basically the Windows search box when you know the little Windows icon down here that you click to open up a little bar that came up here. Yeah, so that's Spotlight is that. Spotlight does a search of your whole computer, everything that's visible, so anything hidden won't be seeable. So that's that. So what you can do is this little magnifying glass here is Spotlight. As you can see, it says Spotlight. So I can type in, let's say, Adobe. It'll come up with everything that says Adobe. So folders, paste, stuff like that, all that sort of things. So it's, Adobe Song, that's obviously a text, Adobe has, and then the lookup, so it shows you the dictionary version, so Adobe, so a kind of clay used as building material. So there you go, you learn something every day. I didn't even know that. So there you go, so that comes up with all your Adobe stuff. Alright, so that's how to get to it with your mouse, but to do it with that, you hold Command, so on your keyboard it says Command, you hold that, and then you hit the spacebar, which is directly next to it. And that opens it up again, and there it is. The next thing is, this is for more advanced people that want to change settings for, say, a game like Minecraft. If you want to add mods to it, basically all you have to do is you have to make library, which is basically, from a Windows perspective, percentage app data percentage, which shows like app data, obviously, with the name. Next, so to unhide that, what you want to do, give me a sec. So what this does is you want to make sure this is Finder. You can go to, and it's not here obviously because it's hidden. So to view it, you want to go to folder, and what you want to do is you want to do users. So what you want to type is, so when you have this, you go / I think, whatever that is. Then you go users, and then you go / again. Then you go. So this is me. This is my user. You can do this for anyone. And then you go. Hang on. I'm pretty sure then you go library. I think that's how you spell it. Yeah, go. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you go, oh no, I've forgotten. Hang on, give me a sec. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Alright, so the computer hasn't changed the, what's it called, the, name, so I'm just gonna blank this out. Oh, hang on. Give me a sec. Okay, so I'm blanking out that little bit there, so I'm about to say it. So then what you want to do is you want to type in your user, the user that is found, so the username that is found in this location. It's probably going to be hard to see because I'll blank it out. But in this sort of location, it's like under pictures or it's just like below it in your favorites. Otherwise, you can just go all file. No, you don't go all files. So it should be there. If it's not there, I know, just ask someone where to find it. Then after that, you want to have a slash after your username. So in this case, it's what's blanked out there. And then you go type in library, hit go. What this does is it shows a hidden folder, as you can see. There it is. It's nice and green there for you. And has all these things that you should not touch unless you know what you're doing. So application support is a percentage app data percentage, so it has all the stuff. So Apple Airport, you know, the docs, so that's that there. You know, DVD player, Evernote, Firefox, all this sort of stuff that I have. Google. So this, for example, use Minecraft. So Minecraft in on the Windows has a percentage app data percentage, which contains mods. And there you go. There's mods. So there's your stuff. So it has all different things, and it's like, so this contains texture packs. So this is where you put your texture packs. So there you go. There's 2 texture packs there, and there's some other stuff. So that's that. That's showing your library. Now I'm pretty sure, unless something's changed, it won't be there when I click on it again. No. So see, it's gone now. So the yeah, so we'll just leave it there for the library. The next thing is switching between apps quickly. So if you want to switch, so let's just use this window for example, and something that opens quick. Under settings, let's just use settings. So let's minimize that. So let's just say, oh, I want to open up, you know, let's say I want to open up settings. You can go Command Tab and it opens up this. This is what you call a app switcher. This is what Apple calls the app switcher. What this does is has the app, so every app that's open, so Safari, which is down here, right? And then System Preferences here, Finder is here, and QuickTime Player is there. So there are all your apps. So you can use your mouse to quickly go to it, otherwise you can use arrows. Or you can use the tab. So there's a couple of different alternatives. There's 3 alternatives. Hitting tab. So it's Command Tab. So Command Tab opens it up. There you go. So Command Tab opens. Tab then moves to the next app that's in line. So let's have settings open. Alright, it won't show it up. But because Safari was my previous selected app, that'll be in the next. So I go Safari again. So there's System Settings. System Settings was just recently selected. And then I can go over to Finder. And there you go, Finder's first there. Go back to Safari, Finder's move. So there you go. That's that. That's just switching between apps. I use a lot, so if I was to switch between Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop. Illustrator and Photoshop. So if I want to quickly switch between them, because I use them a lot. Yeah, so that's that. And if you want to quickly quit an app like I just did there, you can have that minimized for a sec. You can go Command Tab, open it. So let's say you want to quit System Settings. It's just annoying us because it's there. You go when you've opened it. So when you've opened up the switcher by hitting Command Tab, you always hold Command down. But then you go, so you highlight the app. So there you go. System Settings is a square over it. I hit Q while holding Command will quit it. You can't quit Finder, as that's the sort of thing that runs this computer. But there you go. So that's the app switcher. I'm doing this pretty good. What's next? Let's see. Drag. Okay, so next thing is, we'll get rid of that, is files. So if I have a download, so if I want to have this thing, it's not what you think it is. It's actually spelled. That's actually an acronym. But so let's just say so what I did there is I put an app, well, not an app, sorry, a file. So DMG, as you can see there, DMG. What that does is it just allows you to have files for quick access. So I could open up this. Sorry, hang on. What I could do is I could do that. Now it doesn't remove it, as you can see it's there, but now it's here. And I've got this little section here that I can open up. So I can hit here, do all sorts of stuff. So, and then you can get rid of it. Same like the dock. It has the same concept as a dock. This bit here is to increase the size. So you just hold that left click and move it up and down. Sorry, up and down. Be a bit derpy. That's a drag. So that's only files. So beyond, so to the left is all your apps, and then to the right of this is all your files. So trash will be there. Trash is always going to be there. You can't move trash off. So see how I'm like trying to hold it down? It won't let me. Okay, so the next thing is Launchpad. I used this earlier to show you I can put apps into the dock. So Launchpad is here. This is new to Mountain Lion and Lion, I think it is. So what this does is contains all apps on the computer and puts them in one spot. So hit Launchpad and it won't open up because it's technically not an app. What it does is it just shows all the programs. So I've got a fair amount of stuff on this computer, but that's all your programs. So you can use your arrows to move it across. So it's like an iPad but without the touch screen. So if you don't have an iPad, this is basically a 101 for iPad 2. So there you go. So you can move it across with your mouse. Clicking an app will open it. So what have we got? Let's open Safari. There you go. Safari opens. Minimize that again. And also you can drag stuff into, like I did with the dictionary. You can do any app, anyone you want. You can even do, you can even do dashboard. So that's Launchpad. Launchpad's very simple and very easy to use. It's Apple's very simple people. Next thing is the App Store. The App Store is a new addition to Apple. This is basically the App Store on your iPhone or your iPad. This is like the one spot where you can get everything, all your apps. So you can get these, you can get I think you can get Skype, you can get basically anything. You can even download the OS, OS X, so Mountain Lion. This is what my other computer is running at the moment. So that does that. So it's just where you get stuff. So then you've got, that's your features. That's the best games at the moment. And then the next thing is top charts. So this shows what's on the top of each chart. So let's say we got top paid, and then you've got, see, it's all mostly Apple stuff. So from there number 1 to 4 is Apple. 10, 11 are Apple. It's all different companies, so it could be games. So that's there. That's, I don't even know that would be there, but there you go. There's Star Wars games in there. Top free apps. So just anything. It could be gaming. Could be anything really. There's your Xcode. Yes, I don't even know this stuff. And then top grossing apps are the ones that are growing in popularity. So OS X, Mountain Lion's obviously growing because everyone's having to update to it. And then you've got your Aperture, which is for photography editing. You've got Mac Family Tree. You've got everything. And then you can get categories. Has all different stuff on it, so it's got all your nuts and bolts. So you got little categories. So you got education, you got developer apps, you've got business, finance, games, lifestyle, music, travel, weather, everything. Any apps that if you have an app that you want to get, you can basically get it here. Purchases just shows exactly what you've brought. I'm not signed in at the moment. And then your updates, just obviously, so programs that need updating. So iMovie needs to be updated, and iPhoto needs to be updated. It's not completely compulsory unless Apple or the program states so. So maybe it'll say the program will not run if program isn't updated. So if you don't update it, you won't be able to use the app. So that's that. And it closes when you hit the X. What's next? So screenshots happen with a button on the Windows computer, and they do the whole screen, or they do a certain part of the screen if the app supports it. Oh, sorry, not the app, if the program supports it. With Mac, you have a command sort of thing. You have like a set shortcut that does it. The shortcut is Command Shift 3. Command Shift 3 makes a full screenshot. So show you again. There you go. So it shows the whole screen is taken a photo of. So there you go. And you can delete those. You don't need to have them. And they get named too. So then the next one is to select a specific part of the screen. So that you go Command Shift 4. So now obviously nothing happened, but if you can see that, the mouse has a rectangle, which is just like a crosshair for you, and it shows you locations of it and stuff like that. And what you can do is you hold down the left. See it's down here. It's down here. Follow it, guys. It's a bit dark here. So what you do is you hold your left click button, and then this window sort of thing grows. What next you want to do is you want to let go once you've selected your area, and that comes up with a screenshot. And ta-da, there you go, there's all your apps. So screenshots are named, so screenshots are named, so they're a bit weird names. So they have the year, the month, and the date. Otherwise it's the other way around, but it's the 6th of the 6th today. And it gives you a time in seconds when it was shot. And obviously the type, so extension, PNG. That's that. So that's your screenshots. The last thing is, so if you have an app open, use Safari, and let's say, I need some help with searching for something. What you want to do is you want to hold Shift, Command, and then hang on. It's backslash or /. It's next to the Shift on the right side. But you go Shift, Command, /, which is where the question mark is. What that does is opens up the help menu. This help menu allows you to search for stuff. It allows you to get specific help, acknowledgements, and install plugins or whatever the app does. It's different for every app. So if I go, let's just do this. If I go Command Shift backspace, there you go. So it's different now. So it has QuickTime Player help, but it doesn't have install plugins because it doesn't have plugins for it. That is that. Quick define is basically a dictionary on the go sort of thing. It's a dictionary on the go. So let's say you want to know what network means. You highlight it, make sure the whole word's highlighted. Then what you do is you go Command Control, which is I use the left side of the keyboard mostly. So you go Command Control D. Oh, Command Control D. Okay, maybe that's not it. Hang on, guys. That's not what I wanted. This is a bit awkward. Okay, so that command doesn't work. Sorry about that. Alright, anyhow, so you just go, instead, obviously, I don't know what it is. But anyhow, so you go network. So once it's just to say you want to know what network means, you highlight it, and you go look up. And then it pops up highlighted like that, and it comes up saying a dictionary, thesaurus, and Wikipedia, and gives you names for it. And then it gives you just, yeah, so there you go. That's defining words, so if you don't know what it is. Now, this next one's a bit different, but not really necessary to know. I have an OCD for perfect volume levels. So basically how loud the volume is. So to do this, you go, so usually, see how you got cubes. So you've got these little cubes along here. See, there's a cube there, it's all these cubes, right? So Apple says that that's all you get. That's only what you get. So you have to pick between either a loud sound or a too quiet sound. But because I have an OCD, I had to look around for this. Hold Shift, Option, which is Alt, and then you go, and then you hit your volume keys. So as you can see now, it's moving up. Hang on, I can't do 3 things at once. There you go. So see how it's moving up just slightly instead of doing it. So I think it does 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it goes up in 4 increments. So basically it takes longer to get down. So take it off and it goes down really quick. So if you have an OCD like me, there you go. So now you know how to do a perfect volume level. So that's that. The next thing is with Apple, they provide security and privacy stuff. So what you want to do is you want to open up System Preferences, go to Security and Privacy, and so this is basically your little window sort of thing that shows everything. You've got your tabs here. So general stuff means like when my computer for this one, when my computer goes to sleep or runs the screensaver, require the password straight away. So like if I was to make this computer go to sleep, which I'm not going to do because it cut out the audio in the video, it puts it to sleep and then obviously locks the computer so no one can get into it until it gets unlocked with the right password. You can change the password, and when you've unlocked it here, which I showed you earlier, you can choose where stuff is downloaded from, so you can use anywhere. So you can download it from unknown developers, you can download it from Identified and Mac App Store, and then just the App Store. So it's just like that. So it's so you don't download things that could kill your computer. The next thing is 5V. I don't use this for the specific case that I actually wiped my computer accidentally due to this. I wanted to have my computer completely secure because I had some pretty sensitive documents about my life and stuff like that, as in like legal documents and that on my computer. But so I wiped my computer. So I had a backup luckily, but I had this on and I didn't realize that I accidentally typed the master password differently. 5V allows you to have a master password, a user password, and an administrator password, I think. Basically, that's so that network administrators at your workplace or whatever can make it so you can't change anything or take any contents from it. Or if you're at home, you don't want to get robbed and get your computer stolen and have sensitive data removed like me. But yeah, so you unlock the panel here by clicking that button there. You go turn on and then it asks you to type in a password. Do not get it wrong, though, because otherwise you lose your computer. Next thing is firewall. I don't really care about this because I've already got firewalls through my airport and stuff, through my Wi-Fi. So firewall does the same thing as a Windows computer's firewall, except this comes pre-built in. You can change certain options. Next thing is privacy. So privacy just means obviously privacy. You can say don't show my location on Safari. So if Safari has an app that asks for my location, don't allow it, sort of thing. So if Safari says, "Oh, I'd like to know where this computer is located. Please, give me an address." What that what that then does is cancels that. So if I have that, that means nothing will, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I had it the other way around. So being non-tick means it won't allow any locations to be discovered. Doing that means it'll allow, so basically Safari now knows where I live. I cannot speak today. So that's that. Next thing is sort of energy. So you go, so still in system settings, you go energy saver. You can change your computer sleep time. So if I make it to 1 minute, if I don't move the computer for 1 minute, it'll basically shut itself down until I hit power on. And then you got your display, which moves independently. If that is lower, if computer sleep what is going to be lower than display, it see there you go, see there. Sorry, ow, that hurt. So the computer sleep and display sleep will move until I hit 40 minutes, and then that one keeps going up. I have it at never just because I don't usually leave my computer for too long, but if I do, I want it to stay on, usually. Next thing is put the hard disk or disks. So if you have an external drive, it'll keep that awake and working. Otherwise, if you don't, it'll just make the hard drive on the computer go to sleep, which means the operating system will run, but it won't be taking or using any data from the hard drive. Wake for network access, which is Wi-Fi. Network being Wi-Fi and access meaning, asking, requesting, or sending information to or from a server. So basically, if my Wi-Fi users sends out a request through Safari saying, "Oh, I want to go to this website. Can you let me in and so I can download the page?" Basically, if it happens while the computer is asleep, it'll wake the computer up and so it's working, so something's happening. Next thing is allow the power button to put the computer to sleep. So on the back of my computer, I have a power button. This is a desktop. On the back of it has a power button. So when I click it once I click it, it'll put the computer to sleep. Otherwise, it'll ask me for options. The next thing is automatically reduce brightness before the display goes to sleep. This means that your computer will darken. I'm not sure if you can see this, but my computer darkens. So basically, if it's at, let's say 4, it'll jump down to 2, and then it'll go to sleep after once the time hits. So it's just a notification that your computer's going to sleep. Next thing is start up automatically after a power failure. So this does 2 of a half things. This basically, sorry, let me think. This sort of does two things. It means that your computer will if the power goes out in your house and your computer's on, it'll basically once the power is restored to the computer and it gets enough, it'll just turn itself back on. Otherwise, if that's not selected, it won't do it, and you'll most likely lose any unsaved data because it won't recover it. The next thing is restart automatically if the computer freezes. So the computer freezes if the computer freezes, which Apple's do after doing its time, after its length of period, a couple of maybe 5 or so years, after it gets old and gets tired. This basically means the computer will restart if the computer freezes, which hasn't happened to me before. It doesn't restart on me, which is surprising. That's that. And also, I think there's another setting that does it if the computer's running on battery power. This is for laptops, but if the computer's running on battery power, it'll do the same thing. So I've showed you, I don't think I've showed you mission control. Mission control is this little buddy here. Mission control shows all apps, so that's what I was doing before. That's mission control. Mission control shows you all the desktops that are open and all the stuff that's open. So if you have, let's say, Safari on this one, and you also have system settings, hitting F3 or Mission Control, which works the same way as Launchpad, will space out all your programs so you can see them, has a little gap between them, and it says, you know, this is open, click this, and that is the one that's selected. So I can go back to this one and then it's on top again. That's Mission Control. The next thing is something that really I have another OCD for, is that having on a Mac, when you turn it on, you hear a chime sort of thing. It's like it's like duh. I'm not sure how that's going to sound. It's going to sound retarded, but it's like you'll know it, because obviously if you're new to Mac, you'll hear it. So to stop this, because this gets really annoying, to stop this, what you do is you put your computer on mute. This doesn't change the settings, so obviously see how it's jumping. That's not me hitting the buttons really quick, so see, I can't do it quick enough to get there. To do that, all you do is there's three speakers, 3 speaker-looking buttons on the keyboard, F10, F11, and F12. So F11 and F12 go up and down in volume. F10 mute and unmute. So that does that. So basically, before you turn your computer off, you can either do that, which puts it on mute, right? Or you can just hit your mute button and then you turn your computer off. This stops the chimes. You may still hear like you might hear like a turning sort of noise. That is your disk drive or your hard drive starting up. Basically, it's reading what's on it and starting your computer up and how it runs now. That's pretty self-explanatory though, because you'll hear it. The next thing is Time Capsule, Time Capsule is a program on Apple, which is a backup, which is basically means backup. What this is so if you have an external drive or you have a time capsule, which is an Apple product, expensive to an extent. I do have a Apple time capsule, but to turn it on, you hit turn on. So you slide it across like that. Turn it on, and then it asks you to select the disk. You can set up. So the first thing you'll have to do is set it up. Otherwise, it'll just be chilling there and then it'll ask for a password. You can change certain options, so don't include. Hang on. So let's say on my desktop, I don't want to include other stuff in the backup. So that means it won't allow anything that's anything inside that folder or anything that's selected won't be sort of. How to say it? It won't be counted in the backup, so basically the backup goes down instead of being so high like mine. And that's that, and then it just gives you quick information. So that's Time Machine. The next thing is if you have an Apple base station or a time capsule, you can go to Spotlight, which is command space. You type in Airport, and it comes up with Airport Utility. Hit Enter or click on it, and this opens this up. This is called the Airport Utility. This shows if you're connected to the internet. I'm gonna have to blank that out. But this shows if you're connected to the internet, and it gives you different things to see. So because I have a time capsule, it shows that that it's connected, which is green. And I have a little sub connector, which is also green, which is working. So that's that bit. And that's Airport. So don't worry about that. Unless you know what you're doing, you can use it. But you obviously figure it out. The last thing, which is number 22, is users. And we're going to user groups, and we go login options. This is a special thing. So this is, I think we've gone through this.
Alright, thanks guys for watching, and I shall catch you later.